Alrighty, Aaron Cantu here with Marlen Esparza. Marlen, thanks for taking the time. Thanks for allowing me to come and check you out during camp.
Thank you for coming.
First of all, I guess the first question is, how do you feel physically since you've given birth to your son?
Man, it's been a roller coaster. Right now I feel really good because I feel like I got stronger. And there's like an old wives' tale that like my dad said when since I was smaller, that like my mom got really strong and like women get stronger after they have kids. But I just thought he was like, just talking. But I actually, after I got over, coming back and the weight loss, which is crazy, and just the timing and stuff, when I'm placing my punches and the stuff that I'm throwing, it's way stronger, and I just like, it's just that much nicer than I remember it being. And that was my coach who's been with me since I was like 11. So he knows me really well, and he's saying the same thing. So overall, we feel good. There's always the nerves attached to coming back from such a long break. It's something I've never done before. I've never took so much time off, but I think I needed it, and I feel like way better than I have in a long time.
What was the biggest challenge when you first stepped into the ring? Was it the conditioning, or what do you think was the biggest challenge?
I would say, because I kept boxing until 3 days before I had him. So I was like all big, like throwing in the gym, because I was extremely nervous about getting my timing way off.
Yeah.
So I was still trying to like stay in the gym, and I did the whole time. So I guess the hardest part was obviously giving the timing and losing the weight. But overall, I think what I didn't realize was that my body was going to change so much. And it going from, I was 175 pushing 180 when I had it. So I lost like 65 pounds or like that. They're like, like 60 pounds. I'm like 117 right now or something like that. So my body expanded, right? And I was like shrinking and boxing really hard at the same time. And I really wasn't ready mentally for all the aches and pains and adjustments and the things that I had to kind of finesse my way into, and I didn't realize it was that difficult. And I think that was like the hardest part, getting over those mental hurdles over and over and over.
For sure. Now, but you don't think that the fact that you did have a kid compromises maybe your reflexes, your quick twitch ability at all?
That was something that I had no idea, and that was a gamble that I had to take. And I was nervous, I was thinking, because with being an athlete and becoming a mom, it's a scary mix, and especially being a boxer, this is a man's world, and to expect them to like wait on me or do those things, and then expecting them I know they're expecting me to come back, and how am I going to perform? So I thought, it could have been, but I haven't seen that to be the case. Thank God. I haven't seen it to be the case. I actually feel really good. There's little things that we need to tweak because I was off for so long. But that's just me as a boxer. I'm the type of boxer that loses my timing very quickly. A lot of other boxers can stay out of the gym and come back and they're fine. That's never been me. So I know that there was things that I have to continue to work on. Foot placement, the small things, remembering to not drop my hands, keep my elbows in. Those things that are going to naturally come. But no, it was a risk I had to take, and it hasn't been the case at all. Thank God.
Awesome. Now, Oscar De La Hoya was quoted in an interview saying that he wants to sign your son. He wants to sign him. I think it's remarkable, just the whole, you still continuing to train while you're pregnant, and obviously, being able to give birth to your baby. What's your reaction to him saying that?
I thought it was like, I didn't want to get all mom on everybody, because I didn't think I would really respond so much to those types of things when they started to come up. Like the WBC sent him like a small bell, and then I had like Pueblo Boxing sent him like trunks and like gloves, and I thought it was like the nicest thing for Oscar just to say that. And like he probably thinks it's marketable, it's cool, if he boxes probably would want to talk about it or something, but just to hear that come out of his mouth, to me I thought it was awesome, and it meant a lot to me just because I grew up watching Oscar thinking like, oh my God, I would never even meet him, much less be signed by him. And then he's telling me that, or saying on social media that he wants to sign my son. It's just a whirlwind of emotions, and I just thought it was really cool to like hear, and it hit me in a good way.
And then last question on the mom topic. What does it mean to you? You're doing things that are unprecedented as a female boxer who had a kid. What is that whole situation, what does it represent for you?
Becoming one of the first females like signed to like a major promotional company, and I never thought going in or you know, when I was younger, that this would be the case. But now that I'm here and this is something that I really wanted to do for my life, like as a person, and having to make it mesh with boxing in the way I've managed to do it, I'm really proud of the situation, and I hope that it shows a lot of other women that they don't have to like postpone or stop their lives, and their lives not over, because that's kind of what you're told, and that's the kind of connotation that comes. You think, especially as an athlete, that you're gonna, that's it, you're done and you're ruined, and they give it a bad stigma, and it's really not. If you play your cards right and you do what you're supposed to do and you have a plan, it's very possible. And I didn't change. I actually got better. I got a lot better, and I didn't realize how bad I needed that break and how much I needed to not worry about Marlen so much. You know, I'm so worried about my son and my husband now, and I feel like I'm fighting for a whole new reason. And I needed that, because it was like the Marlen party in my brain. You know, what does Marlen want? What does Marlen need? What does Marlen need to do? Marlen all the time. And I felt like I was getting to a point where I was always asking, what can you do for me? You know, and that was where I was in my life. Like, what can you do for me? How can you help me? You know? And I think I didn't like that, really. And it was wearing on me, and now that I just have this whole new mindset, man, I needed that so bad. You know, I love not having to care about myself more.
Yeah, that's a sign of maturity, and just you taking a step back as far as your ego and reflecting, and you got a lot more to fight for. So
yeah, no, and he's awesome. So he makes this easier too. Like, I'm not gonna say that all babies are the same or anything, but my babies like really helped me out. I think God was like, we're gonna go ahead and hand you a baby that, because he's not like, doesn't cry too much. He just chills. He just comes to the gym, just watches.
They're blessed.
And yeah, he helps me too.